own sort of bits and pieces of footage, you can sew them all together, make it look even more spectacular. But Alan, really appreciate the work you do in the background.
Okay, watch the lights. It's the cry from Mr. Matthews making a guest appearance this weekend. The lights go out and it's Phil Atkinson who takes off. He's already looking over his shoulder. He's only gone 50 metres. Oh, so there's a collision at the back there. Oh, looks like, I think I know that. I'm just going to, the rider is up and okay. The rider is absolutely fine, cursing the people in front of them and basically saying, what are you doing? That's Alicia Layton, unfortunately. So Alicia is the first for time. She's absolutely 100%. She's jogging across the track there as everybody goes to help them. So we're going to get ready for the second start because they managed to clear everything up that quickly. So the second start will get underway as Caroline disappears off the track behind the safety of the fence, and away we go in the MZ race. It's Gordon Ryan has been oh, look at the rookie 93 from the second row. He's up to second place alongside Andy Wales. So somebody going very slowly. Is that Gordon Ryan pulling off? He all of a sudden goes that chain or something he's lost. Wow, it's all action and drama down here, Bradley. What have you got at the front where you can see something, mate?
Well, we get them both at the same time here. So the 300s there, the Kawasaki's making the way down in towards Mansfield there. There's a change of the race lead for the MZs, but Phil Atkinson is ahead of Ben Brown and Ollie Sims in the Kawasaki's. It's the 85 lead in the rookie, Hugo Oliver, who's pulling to the inside there. Hugo Oliver, the rookie, number 93, leads the MZs as we come down the back straight for the first time of 10 there. And I'm looking at further down the order for the MZs. It looks as though it could well be Russ Turner towards the back. Difficult to tell from this distance, but there's a long line of Kawasaki's in towards the bottom of the mountain. I'll try and jump in when the MZs are back round with me at the gooseneck.
I tell you what, he might have rookie on his vest and rookie on his entry form, but I find it very difficult indeed to believe that where are we? Hugo is a complete rookie, because not being funny, guys like Andy Gordon, that they are very, very good at what they do with these machines and very, very quick indeed. And for somebody to jump on the rookie bike and all of a sudden be taking the fight to them, that's almost unheard of. In fact, it is unheard of, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah, you're right there. He's down in the second place now there, but Alexander Man, bike number 69 in the MZs, I believe is that in third place. It's difficult to tell from the distance as well, because Gary Howlett, I believe, number 9, has the red bike and a white crash helmet as well. So Alexander Man in third place, Gary Howlett in around about 7th or 8th, as the Kawasaki's will be with me again very shortly. Phil Atkinson has a relatively large advantage for the opening lap then. Bike number 1 looks behind him there, and 81, Ollie Sims is up next ahead of Marley McKenzie, Ben Brown, and then the number 12 machine of Keys Ramsey up next. Luca Wilkinson is in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place for Luca Wilkinson, your championship leader, but of course he's got a 40-point advantage coming into this weekend over Marley McKenzie. So the MZs are coming back towards you now, I believe, Keith. Phil Atkinson then leads them around Chris Curve and on towards the gooseneck, and there's around about, what's that, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds potentially between himself and the number 81 of Ollie Sims. Marley McKenzie has a sniff up the inside, no room this time around. Ben Brown in 4th place ahead of Keys Ramsey. Looks like Cade Watt is in 6th place there. Toby Scaman in 8th place, just trying to keep a lookout for Alex Mann, bike number 97, who's making a guest appearance in the Kawasaki class this weekend. But the MZs are back with me now. Down the back straight, Andy Wales leads Alex Mann, number 69, ahead of, I believe that could well be, it's difficult to tell from this distance, not going to speculate at this time, as Graham Lewis there, number 166, going very slowly down the back straight here, having a little play around with the left hand side of the machine there. So I'm not sure what's going on with the yellow machine with the orange wheels, number 166 Graham Lewis, but he's going up towards Park Corner and could well be a retirement. So the MZs then will catch them as they come around the gooseneck then, and it is still Andy Wales leading Alexander Mann, and it could well be Louis Kershaw, in fact, number 565 in 3rd place. Hugo Oliver, I can see that orange vest there, in 4th, bike number 93. And then Gordon Ryan up next. Again, hard to tell, they're all so close together on circuit, but the Kawasaki's back across the line underneath the bridge, racing in towards Coppice, but there is a dry line, it has to be said, on the exit of Charlie's here, as you go over the top and in towards Charlie's too. So Phil Atkinson still leads the way, takes a look over his left shoulder. Of course, he'll be back out in action in the mini-twins later on in the day, but more on that later. Ollie Sims leads Marley McKenzie and Ben Brown. Luca Wilkinson inside the overall top 5 now for the number 76 of Luca Wilkinson, who, let's not forget, this is his first season riding the bigger circuits. He's done plenty of BMB, British Mini Bike Championship stuff, but this is Luca Wilkinson's first time on the big circuits.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Sorry to leave you on your own there, but then you're used to being on your own at Cadwell Park looking after the place, aren't you? So
Something like that.
Not exactly a new experience for you, and I appreciate you don't have quite the technology in front of you. Yeah, right, so Phil Atkinson, you mentioned he's out in the mini-twins. Well, that's actually the next race, so it's going to be back-to-back
Of course
stuff.
it is, yeah.
I'll talk about another ambition of his. I can just let Alicia Leighton fans know they can probably see down here, but Alicia is absolutely fine. The armour has done its job very nicely indeed, and I was just Manly who were here watching. Somebody off at gone down up there at Barnes on the outside Barnes corner, not Barnes, Gordon Barnes is a marshal. Sorry, Gordon, the corner's not named after you. You're plural, it's not. Not sure who that is, but somebody's going to be dropping down my order in just a moment. But yeah, they said that she basically just got tangled, bar got tangled up with somebody who started very slowly, and unfortunately just tucked her front end and down she went. But I can see she's all right. Mum and Dad are down there giving her a big hug and just inspecting the damage on the bike now. So don't need to worry about her. Let's worry about the race, which is being led by Phil Atkinson, who comes across the line 1.2 seconds ahead of Ollie Sims. Now get this, Ollie is the fastest man on the track, or fastest boy on the track to be fair. Marley McKenzie is behind him about 0.6 of a second slower and about 1.2 back. So Ollie Sims, could this be gold? Let's keep our fingers crossed for the youngster there. Ben Brown, second of the old boys. He's currently running out in fourth place. Then it is Luca Wilkinson who makes up another place. Kate Watt is in fourth. Then it's Keys Ramsey who's behind. Darren Booser is third of the seniors ahead of Toby Skaman, Travis Rooker. Then it is Alex Mann. Now, Alex, I noticed, made a really bad start. Lost about 7 places on the opening lap. He's just made up another couple. So clearly struggling to get to grips with the ninjas, particularly off the line. Then it's Swarbrick, Kian Booser, Greasley, Kate Catling, Perry, Kling and Franklin. Then we're going to look to the battle in the MZs. Well, he might have started at the back, but according to the timing screen in front of me, when they came across the line last time, Alexander Man was leading the race. Well, I can see on the track he's not doing that anymore because that is Andy Wales who's taken over the front running. Then it's Louis Kershaw. Harry Lammercraft is up next, and then it's Gary Howland, should be Mark Wilby. So what's happened to our rookie rider? He's dropped off my screen, unfortunately. I've only got room for the top 30 on the screen here, mate. But unfortunately, it looks like the very rapidly starting Hugo Oliver has... oh, no, sorry, there he is. Sorry, he's... What's going on? Okay, I see. Lammercraft is leading the rookies. Okay, so Oliver's dropped down to, that'll be about 6 in class, but still doing extremely well. 2:06.499 is Oliver's, Hugo Oliver's lap time there. To give you an idea of how that compares with the leaders, Andy Wales came across the line with a 58.029. So that also gives us an indication of how the track is drying out as Atkinson comes across the line. And again, little Ollie Sims is catching him. Ollie's a little bit quicker. He's really adapted to the conditions. Now this could be a tyre thing, because obviously some people could have taken a tyre gamble. Well, I'll tell you what, the tyre choice is pretty simple now, Bradley. It's looking very dry from where I'm sitting here. Certainly coming out of Barn Corner, Bow Dry, Coppers. We've got a nice big dry line. I reckon I can fit the Lexus through there and keep all 4 tyres dry. No problems at all. And Ollie Sims, it is coming fast. So we might actually see a junior versus senior battle shortly if young Ollie can take the fight. Obviously, Phil wants to get this race done as quickly as he possibly can because he needs to get back to the collecting area, jump onto the mini-twin, and he's done so well on that as well. Travis Rooker goes past on Toby Skaman on that particular lap as well. So Alex Mann there, he's a big guy to be riding these little ninjas, so maybe he's not tucking behind the screen as well as he could either.
Just going to jump in quick there. It looks like our race leaders in this Kawasaki's are getting caught up with a few of the slower of the MZs here. So through the chicane they go. You'll see that Phil Atkinson's got 2 MZs to deal with. He's passed 1, he's passed both. Ollie Sims is past 1, I believe. So may get held up a little bit through the bottom of the mountain and over the top there. So Phil Atkinson has got a little bit of breathing room here, but I'm sure Ollie Sims will manage to get ahead in no time at all.
Luca Wilkinson just sets the fastest first sector time there as he continues to push on very hard indeed. He's third in class at the moment. He was behind Ben Brown over the line last time by a couple of tenths of a second, so there was the carrot in front of him. You don't care who that person is in front of you, you just want to beat them whether they're a junior or a senior. So he's the first to go sub 105 in the first sector. So that puts him about half a second quicker than the leaders that time round. So this could well be a race to the line, because remember, this is a 10-lap race. Now, I'm assuming we're going to go for half full points at half distance, which would be 25 points for Atkinson. So I'm thinking technically that Ollie Sims has just won his first race. However, I'm not quite sure that's 100%, but I think there should be a gold medal under his pillow this evening for Ollie Sims there. But Luca Wilkins, as I said, he was coming fast, and sure enough, he's got past on Ben Brown. He's not the quickest on the track. Yes, he was almost the quickest on the track. The fastest on the track that time round was actually Phil Atkinson. He extended the gap between himself and Ollie Sims to 1.9 seconds, so he did go a little bit quicker. A few PBs a bit further down. What's the lap record here for the Ninjas, mate? Because that's obviously going to give us a guide to how quickly the track is drying out, because we're going to be seeing the mini twins coming out, and there's a lap record which has definitely been punched a few times so far this year. You'd be interested to see how close they get to it as well, just give us an idea of how the full track is drying out. Right. Go on, what do you got there, mate?
So here we go. Kawasaki Juniors is Max Hardy from 2 years ago at 1 minute 43.5. And Phil Atkinson holds the senior lap record with a 1 minute 44.2.
Okay, so we're around about 6 seconds away, so we're not looking at a completely dry track, but that tells us that most of the track is dry. I'm thinking they're going to be losing out under the trees, because I reckon most people probably would have taken the roll of the dice, gone for the dry tyres, or maybe they're on the wet weather tyres. And in fact, that could actually explain why I'm looking at the board there, mate. There's a few people with PBs on the last lap, but not very many. Certainly inside the top 8 or so, nobody went any quicker than they had previously. And obviously we saw the Lansdowns, they got quicker and quicker as the race went on. Well, if you're on the wet weather tyres, you're going to be seeing yourself probably getting slower and slower. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. So over the line that time, for example, Phil Atkinson does a 52.375. As against his 50.9 best, so that's around about a second and a half slower than his best lap, and it's for Ollie Sims a little bit slower as well, in fact. Now going a bit quicker, Ben Brown sets a PB that time around, so he suddenly found some pace out there, so it could be a real battle of the tyres going on as well. Certainly no changes inside the top dozen or so as they come across the line. Just waiting for the MZs to come and join us as well, looking for the leaders in the MZs who are making their way to across the bottom.
You're at the bottom of the mountain.
Now,
yeah, absolutely. I just want to, while we're talking about the MZs there, I just want to say I'm impressed with 37 Harry Lamacraft in this race. He has been dropped down to 4th position overall behind Louis Kershaw as he went down the back straight there. But Harry Lamacraft, I believe this could well be the highest that we've seen him overall for, well, since he's been racing with us, Keith. Yeah,
I think so, mate. Harry's been an impressive rookie all year. To be fair, there haven't been that many rookies, but to be fair, if you can take the fight to Louis Kershaw, you're doing a very good job indeed, because Louis, of course, is another one of the race winners in this class. Louis really has come on strong in the last few races. In fact, I'm genuinely surprised to see him up there with Alex Mann and Andy Wells. But again, tyre choices open on these MZs as well, so that could be a factor as well. Oh boy, you said the Alex Mann and Mann thing might get confusing. Is that? No, it's not quite Alex Mann they're catching up to. That's all good. I just wonder if they were catching one of the slower ninjas there. I think that's Patrick Kling they're catching up to, so they're using him as a bit of a towing machine at the moment. So Nigel Franklin was out there despite not setting the time there, because he has been relegated by the leaders there. Yeah, Lamacraft does indeed come across the line there. Looking for Hugo Oliver as well. Here he comes. I think he might have joined the Laps Club, unfortunately, but nonetheless, a very impressive debut for Hugo as Atkinson comes across the line to complete lap number 7. He's got 3 seconds advantage now over Ollie Sims, and again those lap times a little bit quicker this time round, to be fair, only 4/10 of a second away from the best. And again, Ben Brown does go past on Marley McKenzie, so a bit of a battle there, not for overall, but that's coming towards you now, I should think. Marley McKenzie and Ben Brown there, the 27 and 45 machines, mate.
Yep, literally just come past me now. They're going over the top now in towards Park Corner, and I'm looking for the leaders of the MZs who are in towards Mansfield. In fact, they're into the chicane there, and Andy Wales has managed to put Patrick Clinch between himself and Alex Mann, I believe. So there's a bike between our first and second riders in the MZs. Now I'm looking up towards Chris Kerb, in towards the gooseneck now for our race leader. Bike number 1, Phil Atkinson, leads the way still ahead of Ollie Sims. But Ben Brown here, you'd have to have a look at that first sector time for number 27, Ben Brown there, Keith, because he's right on the wheel tracks now of 81 Ollie Sims as they go out of Mansfield and in towards the chicane there. He's having a sniff up the inside. No room there, but they're through the chicane now, and that first sector time of Ben Brown could well be a lot quicker than the man in front, Ollie Sims.
Watch him come to the bottom of the mountain there. They're both tipping in through the left-hander there. Yeah, you're right, the youngster there with his novice vest on, of course, because this, as you mentioned, is his first season of proper bike racing, and he has really impressed young Ollie, been getting quicker and quicker. And I'll tell you what, if he can keep this up, he's definitely heading for the gold medal. No two ways about it, but he's got another 5 laps, well, it'll be 4 laps. No, it'll be 3 laps, 2 laps to go, of course, because this is a 10-lap race. And I've just realised, Bradley, there might be a little bit of good news for Phil Atkinson, because I've just looked at the thing on my left wrist, and it tells me that by the time he finishes race, I wouldn't be surprised if lunch got called very shortly, which would be a huge relief, of course, for Phil Atkinson, because it'll give him half an hour or so to wipe the sweat off, if Phil Atkinson actually sweats, because he seems such a cool customer. Get ready for the mini twin race. We'll worry about that in a minute as the leaders come across the line. Atkinson, Brown and Sims. You're right, that battle between Brown and Sims, 0.05 of a second, so pretty much nothing.
Yeah, Brown's in front now, so Ben Brown, number 27, leads the 81 of Ollie Sims there, and it looks like side by side there was that Marley McKenzie and Luca Wilkinson. Now, Luca Wilkinson, of course, if you've seen him in the paddock, is about 4'4" and weighs nothing. So Luca Wilkinson there really putting that to good use down the back straight here to move up ahead of number 45, Marley McKenzie then, and MZs just waiting for the MZs to come back into view here. In fact, they're already through the chicane there, I believe, underneath the bridge and heading towards the bottom of the mountain now. Toby Skaman there going side by side for the minor placings in the Kawasaki's, but the race leaders in the Kawasaki Ninjas in towards Mansfield now. Phil Atkinson there, looks like he's going to encounter a slower rider here. Is that can't quite see in towards the chicane there. They hold up marginally, but those guys are coming, Keith.
Certainly are, mate, and I've just realised if this is a double points scoring thing, of course, that you could get an 8-point advantage for the difference between second and third at the end of the race. And with McKenzie and Wilkinson quite close to the championship with a couple hundred points left, there is still quite a bit to go on that, so this could be some very critical points we're looking at here. Okay, we're shooting for the MZs, and over the line they go, just again putting another ninja behind them there, and it is Andy Wales who is now leading Alexander Mann by 2 seconds. Similar gap back to Louis Kershaw there. Kershaw over Lamacraft. He's got Patrick Kling between him, about 10 seconds there or so. So that's looking pretty settled in terms of the MZs as the ninjas come across the line once again to get the last lap flag. That is Atkinson, Brown, Sims. Wilkinson does go past on McKenzie as well, so that could be a critical move. And in fact, Wilkinson passed on McKenzie. McKenzie must have had a bit of a wobble because he went 3 seconds slower than his rival on that particular lap, with Cade Watt just behind them a little bit further back.
So the race leaders in the Kawasaki's are coming past me now. They're just getting into the lap traffic of the Ninjas as well. So just the pace of our race leaders. They're over the crest then and in towards Park Corner. But Phil Atkinson then still leads the way. The MZ's making the way round the gooseneck now, and it is still the number 85 machine leading the way. 85, Andy Wales with that yellow front wheel. Very easy to spot from a distance is Andy Wales. He's still leading the way as we go in towards the chicane then. So they will get another lap, I believe, as Phil Atkinson makes their way round the gooseneck and in towards Mansfield then. It looks like we've got 1-2 bikes separating himself from Ben Brown. Ben Brown now ahead of Luca Wilkinson, who's promoted himself up a position ahead of Ollie Sims now. So I'm not sure what happened over the far end of the circuit there. Could well be the traffic coming into play there for those guys. But Luca Wilkinson up 1 more position.
That's good news for Luca Wilkinson, but not good news for Ollie Sims, because he was looking very good indeed. 74 onto the grass. It's a retirement in the MZ. It's a rookie MZ. Oh boy, it's, if I was going to exit down here, I'd be exiting to the right rather than the left, because on the left you've got grass, on the right you've got some tarmac, but the bike is upright. The rider is out of the way as we get the checkered flag ready to roll. So we've got a last lap flag, a yellow flag and a checkered flag about to all happen down here.
That's not
Phil
confusing.
Atkinson, yeah, not at all. Right, it's very easy now because there's the checkered flag. Phil Atkinson sits up. He knows he's claimed another one. Right, let's have a look behind him though. Here's Ben Brown. Oh, it's Luca gets another win. Well done, Luca. He beats Ollie Sims there by 0.136. So I think Ollie can claim victory in the first half, but 25 points if indeed that is the way it is with the ninjas, which I think it will be. So that's 45 points in the bag for young Ollie there. I'll sort the points out a bit later. Way above my pay grade. What I do know is that Cade Watts beat Marley McKenzie there, so that is definitely good news for Luca Wilkins. So double bonus for him on the last lap there for Luca. So that means he's going to extend the gap between himself and Marley. And again, we've got that double points thing just to confuse things. So let's not worry too much about that.
Jump in. Sorry, Keith, still got the MZs coming down from Gooseneck in towards Mansfield, and this is not done yet because Andy Wales still leading the way, but not by a whole lot of time as he go in towards the chicane there, and it's Andy Wales just ahead of Alexander Mann, and it's going to be a very difficult affair for Alexander Mann to make a move potentially at the inside of Andy Wales, but he's right there with him.
I tell you what, I couldn't believe we got a battle clue with Sutton last time around. I'm sure they were 2 seconds apart, so must have been a big wobble somewhere there for Andy Wales, because you're right over the top here. They are literally nose to tail as they go through the whole bends, nothing between them. I don't think there's much of an opportunity for Alexander Mann, but the reigning champion versus the previous champion, they really are going to punch their way through out the back there. And certainly if there is the slightest gap, I think he's going to nip that little MZ down the inside. Waiting for him to come out of barn. Is it going to be the familiar 85, sorry. Oh, over the line, and Alexander, now what happened there? I think he drafted him. I took my eyes away from the track for a moment. I think Alexander Mann drafted him perfectly to the line, because I think Andy Wales there was just saluting that he finished second towards Alexander Mann there, so fantastic stuff. 0.086 was the gap over the line. I wonder if Andy Wales sat up a fraction too soon or something. He must have known he was there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It is 25 points for Alexander Mann, 20 for Andy Wales. In the second half of the race, I hasten to add, Louis Kershaw will claim third. Impressive stuff him. Harry Lammercraft takes the MZ rookies, and more importantly, fourth overall. That's a very good result for Harry. And he goes sub 2 minutes.